We're here today at Meadowview Elementary School, where author Eileen Christelow is here reading and talking and illustrating with the kids. And it's so much fun to be able to be here and watch her. She's the author and illustrator of several children's books. So good to meet you today and to be here.
Nice to be here.
How was your trip to Alabama?
It was fine.
Good, good. How have the students been today here at Meadowview?
They've been enthusiastic.
Great, wonderful. Now, how did you get into writing and illustrating books?
Well, it's something I always wanted to do, but it took me, once I started really trying, when my daughter was about 2 or 3, it took me 7 years before I found a publisher. So trying and getting rejected and trying again.
Yeah. Well, once you get an idea for a book, from that process to having it published, how long does that usually take?
It can take a year or 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Even though they're very short books, we think they could be really easy, but they're not.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that you are the author and that you also illustrate on. That's so creative.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the idea of 5 Little Monkeys?
Well, the 5 Little Monkeys, there's 2 rhymes that were old jump rope rhymes. One being the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, and the other being 5 little monkeys sitting in a tree. And my daughter brought them home from nursery school. I was still trying to be an author. I did a few pictures, thought they'd be a great story, and then put them away. And then I did a bunch of books that were stories of my own, got them published, and about the time she was in high school, I decided to try the 5 Little Monkeys jumping on the bed. And good thing I did, because they were pretty successful. And
Yeah.
so, and you know, I put a new beginning and an end on that book, and so it took off. And did the second one a few years later, the Sitting in the Tree book, and then started writing stories about them. And some are in rhyme, and some are not in rhyme, and it just sort of depends on how what the story wants to do.
Yeah, well, I know that's it was my kids when they were small. It's their favorite bedtime story. And everybody I've told that I was going to get to meet you today, they're like, oh, my kids love those books. They love that series of books. So, yeah, it's just an honor to have you here today.
Great.
So, out of all the books you've written, what's your favorite?
Oh, gosh. It's like having a whole bunch of children, and you really like them for yes, different reasons. And but I've done some books about, they're called the Desperate Dog books, Letters from a Desperate Dog, The Desperate Dog Writes Again. That character was based on a dog that I had who was no longer with us, but lived for 16 years of mischief. And so various things that she did sort of inspired the stories. I like those. Just come out with a book that just came out a few weeks ago called Robins, How They Grow Up, which is a non-fiction book about the robins who were nesting in my backyard. And so I watched them and then thought, what's going on here? And started reading up on them and started drawing them and taking pictures, and that's all turned into a picture book that's just out now.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing that one, to reading that one. Well, great. Well, thanks so much for being with us today, and we look forward to hearing you talk to the kids today.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome, you guys. So y'all just got to listen to the author talk about all that she does. Do y'all think that's a pretty cool job? Does anybody now, would they like to be an author or like to draw? Anybody want to learn how to draw really well? How did she say we learn how to draw? What's the best way?
Just keep drawing.
Practice. That's right. Okay, well, I've got some questions for you guys to see if y'all been listening, okay? So you ready for them? And y'all can just, whoever wants to answer can answer, okay? First of all, do you remember what was the thing that she drew, the story she drew about when she was in 2nd grade? Do you remember? It was green. Do you remember?
Snake.
The snake. That's right. How fun is that? Have y'all ever written a book about a snake? You ever told us? Have you ever seen a snake?
I'm too scared.
Snakes scare me.
I'm too scared to write a story about it.
Me too. I don't like snakes. I live at the lake and I see lots of snakes. I don't like them.
Some of them live in my glass.
Okay, what about, do y'all remember the alphabet book she talked about?
Yes.
What did the D stand for? Do you remember?
Dogs.
What were the dogs doing?
Dancing and washing dishes.
Dancing and washing dishes. Can y'all dance? Anybody dance?
Da, 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 da.
Anybody do a sprinkler?
Yeah.
Can I do that? Come on.
I
Can you do it? Look, just like this. Sprinkler. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, so now have y'all read The Five Little Monkeys?
Yes.
Which one?
That was my kids when they were little. It was their most favorite bedtime story. Five little monkeys jumping on the bed. That one. So what happened to them?
They fell off of their
They fell off the bed and bumped their head.
Crazy. You think that hurt?
Yeah.
No.
Then the mama started jumping on the bed.
She did. Well, what did the mama do after they kept falling and like bumping their head?
Call the doctor.
Call the doctor. What did the doctor say?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
That was really good advice.